Quick general rules. 2 tires must remain in contact with the track at all times. That is the white lines on the edge of the track. If you put 4 tires off of those, that is considered out of bounds. Just keep 2 tires inside the white lines. Yes. That is true.
So, curbs don't count. So the air cheeky motherfucker sort of line does not pass.
Yes, it is the white solid lines, not the curbs. The solid lines, I should say. Let's see here. Driving backwards on the track at any time will result in being asked to leave for a possible serious suspension. That's pretty common knowledge there. Just don't do it, please. It's happened before. I'm serious, it has happened before. Contact rubbing is normal and expected. Please enforce the golden rule. I'm sure you guys all know what the golden rule is.
Welcome everybody to the ARS 1 hour of Spa. This is the first round of the Lancer Cup, which is the support series for the ARS GT series, which is running the 2.4 hours of Spa tomorrow. So we have a 1 hour race on the clock. Looks like we have a pretty full grid of these Lancer Evos. This is a spec series. There's no tuning allowed. Everybody's in the same car. And the only tuning that really can be done is a brake bias adjustment, but it's still gonna be very tight racing. Most of it's gonna come down to how well the drivers gel with these machines and who can manage to perform the best. So it's gonna be fun. Looking at some practice that some of these guys were doing earlier, I can tell that the slipstream is going to play a big role. NASCAR Fan 1400, he thinks that it's going to be more like a pack race in the opening stages. Everybody's going to be really close together, and the slipstream's going to keep them all bunched up, so it should be really entertaining.
Here we go. I'll go over caution really quick.
So I hope you guys all enjoy. I'm not the best commentator, I'm just here to give you guys the racing. Just bear with me.
Which results in heavy damage, cars spin out on the track, or in a bad
so
position,
it's going to be,
blah, blah, blah.
should hopefully be a
4,
good race for you guys. I'm happy to sit here and broadcast
3,
it.
But 4. Cool? Okay. Yeah. For adverse racing weather conditions, but not that we have weather terms.
These guys are going through the pre-race briefing from the ARS stewards.
Cover the whole caution thing with about seconds. Yes. We do open the pits once everybody gets grouped back together under cautions. If you decide you are pitting, please ensure to the side of the track where the pits are. In other words, it'll be the inside here, which is the right side. And once we get to the pits, you can go ahead and get your stop done, line back up as appropriately. It is not required to pit under caution. It is not even required to pit in this series if you choose not to. That's your choice.
So we're watching NASCAR Fan 1400 do some warm-up laps here.
And that's pretty simple. Upon exiting the pits, drivers line up single file before the restart. All of our restarts after cautions are single file. The initial start is double file. Caution speed is 50 miles an hour. Under the caution, you're only allowed 4 pit stops. I hope we don't have only 4 cautions. God forbid. It's pretty much the gist of it. I just went over everything really quickly because I know we're running a tad bit late.
I have a question, Ace.
Yes, sir.
Are we using the actual start-finish line, or are we using the other start-finish line to start the race?
Everybody watching in the YouTube chat, does the audio sound good? Do I need to turn these people up? Go by the sound of the engine note, though. Their audio is going to be quiet no matter
We're using the
what.
start-finish on the actual pit straight.
With their voice quality, voice chat that they're doing in game.
Pretty much, yeah. Best you can. I mean,
So it's
not perfect. It's not perfect.
Right, so it's not the one like right after you come out of the corner. It's the one pretty much halfway in the straight, pretty much.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
gantry.
It's the actual timing line.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Understood.
Gonna go to onboard view here.
I think that covers it. Does anybody have any questions or anything that we want to clear up before we start? Yes. Yes. So for the double up, are we going to kind of do it like the IndyCar does, where they'll double up just?
Hope everybody is having a good Friday, heading into the weekend.
I would
Hope you
just
guys
try and double up.
do enjoy this race. It's shaping up to be quite the show.
Rush up and
I hope it turns out to be that way.
if not everybody's doubled up, it's not a big deal.
Okay, sound is good. Thanks, Prodigy, for that. Appreciate knowing that everything's going good on that end of things.
Halfway down the straight, the car, you know, let's say we're starting at third, goes, and then the fourth car goes. It's not like
We're like on board with NASCAR fan here. You saw a little bit of the timing line that they were talking about for the initial start or restart.
Or is it just like when the leader goes, everyone goes, or is it just car by car? So it's
Yeah, you are not allowed to overtake before the line.
Okay.
So I mean, if you see a leader go, you're allowed to go, but you are still not allowed to overtake anyone.
All right.
Hope that's pretty simple.
Perfect.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
Good communication between the drivers and the officials here, making sure that everybody's on the same page with exactly what the start and restart rules are.
Because we don't know what the qualifying order is.
Because that would be a really lame way
Yes, I
to
know,
get
I
a
was gonna
penalty.
do that. Just make sure if you have a time on the board, just go ahead and exit the track and see if there's a few. Well, maybe one left.
And ARS officials are now wanting to clear the timing and scoring board as we get a pretty scenic picture of the front straightaway at Spa.
Just make sure. Looks like everyone's getting their times cleared off. I think the best laps stay up regardless, don't they? It does go like.
So everybody's clearing their times and getting back on the track.
Go ahead and get qualified. Order called out. Just go ahead and line up on the other straightaway right after the pits. Just leave enough room for all the other cars. When I call you out, too much freaking pizza.
So we're going to go through some of the drivers
Alright.
tonight. We have
Tonight.
CBC,
Freaking
Cab, Mr. Racing Line,
ridiculous lap.
Fisher, No Luck Today,
This was amazing.
Michelin,
Mr. Fisher.
Dylan, NASCAR Fan, Tricks, DeCamber,
Hey,
Angry
it's
Eater,
fast.
and
That's my
ERAU or ERAU Fan. I'm just going to call you ERAU Fan. I hope you don't take offense to that. It's just going to be easier on my part if you're watching this stream during the race or post-race. So ERAU Fan 97 in the purple
Yeah,
number
then we'll have a
97.
promotion up to second place to start on the front row. Hope I pronounce this right. DeCamber.
So here's Fisher. He's the pole sitter tonight, as he's been called out to grid up first. The red number 39 Lancer.
You was on track.
Okay. Hopefully
DeCamber 95 is going to line up second in the yellow number 3.
All right. Starting behind him will be Racing Line. So go ahead and go out. Racing Line.
I think he was trying to do some... I mean, if that
Starting fourth.
the yellow on the Corvette, that would look pretty nice. I mean, it looks nice on the Lancer too, but just with the number 3 as well, it's kind of something straight out of IMSA. So Mr. Racing Line will be starting in third in the white
Those pink wheels.
number
they disgust
71.
me.
As you totally saw me cheat there to look at what the number was.
I am fifth.
Fourth place is going to be NASCAR Fan 1400.
No.
Yes, yes.
In the black
No,
and
they
pink
all
Black
flew
Rose
up the
Racing
NASCAR
livery
board, like he's way
Lancer.
ahead of me. I don't like that.
As he's typing in the YouTube chat, he says, "Hey race fans, hope you have a fun time watching. Root for that number 80.
Thank goodness.
Well, we hope you have a good race, Nas. We hope everybody has a good race and has a lot of
Wait,
fun.
I'm sixth.
So fifth place is going to be Aceboy 127, as I have to cheat to look at his number again. He is number 5 in the blue.
Did you not look at
Oh
those red
my
one posted?
gosh.
No, I did not. I was like, I just did my lap and carry on. I thought that was
Okay, looks like next is going to be Michelin, 99.60. And the kind of, what do I even call that? Is that more teal? I'm just gonna say it's teal. I'm not really good with colors. But yeah, and the teal number 30. Looks like a polarized color, so it really depends on what angle the sun is hitting it.
Well, here,
Really
we gotta do
intricate
it
paint
right.
scheme for him.
Gotta do it right.
Oh, he's
Oh,
having
we're down
time
again.
troubles. Yeah, I've got 12.
There we go.
Mission.
One thing is flashing. Alright. Let's see here. Eric, you are next. Is 7th.
I think Michelin is trying to get himself lined up somewhat nicely. Looks like Eru fan is going to be
He's going to make it.
in 7th
I have
place in the
feeling.
purple
Might
97.
have to sign out for cash. He has issues. Alright.
I think he did
Let's
that.
see. Who is after him? Dylan, you are next, buddy.
Copy.
And 4.
Cab, if you're able to get on track and stay connected, you'll be after Dylan. Hopefully.
So here comes Dylan joining the racetrack, and the purple number 70, not purple, green number 72 was used to looking at
Cab,
Eru's
we-
car,
no luck
or
today.
Eru.
So just make sure you
That,
let
I'm going to get that wrong all night. I'm so
when
sorry.
he comes out.
I have Cab on track.
A really vibrant green on Dylan's car.
Yes, I have cab on as well.
Yeah, I got 13.
Here's no luck today.
And then
And
it's
kind of,
Angry and CB.
Kind of a yellow-orange number 11. Or is that 77?
So CB's
No, that's number 11.
10th, and then
But Cab is in front of him, and he's in the blue number 14.
Angry's at 11.
I think he's teammates with Ace.
Lost tricks.
No, Trix asked for yeah. He said be right back.
And here's Angry
Yeah.
Eater.
Oh,
I think he's also on the team,
he said
Team
one.
Blue,
He only saw one on track. Oh,
and the number 37.
That's way too concerning, to be honest.
Oh, wait a minute. Since he didn't sign up, I didn't actually record his time. Uh-oh.
He should be in 6th.
Should he?
Trying to get all the visibility issues that may pop up sorted before we get going here.
Posted your, yeah.
Because that is also a really lame way to lose a race, is getting punted off the track by a car that doesn't even see you.
I'm working on it.
So where is he going to be when he comes back?
He'll be right behind me. But
Oh.
he'll be between me and Michelin.
Oh,
So he will be 6th.
hold on just a
And
minute.
then
And CBC is going to round out the grid
just
in the...
back it up.
I'm just going to call that black. Yeah, it's black. A black number 52.
Okay.
So we are waiting on Trix69, who's going to leave and join the room to hopefully sort out some visibility issues.
Tell him to come back.
Might have had some problems seeing his fellow competitors on the track, so he's going to take care of that before we get going here.
Quick shout out to all the people watching the live stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm looking forward to this. This will be a fun race.
And I have a message. Blue bet number 80.
Okay, he sees 13. He's sitting here in the pit lane. He doesn't have a number on his car, so we're just going to say he's number 69 as par to his
For Trix. my
PSN name. Or I'm going to see if I can find his registration form on GT Planet.
Tricks. Tricks.
Oh.
Jump to
Well,
the thread
if you
here.
choose that, I mean, you put a qualifying lap in, so. Alright. Well,
Basically,
guys, it is officially time, a few minutes late, to start the 1 hour of Spa.
Looks like he's going to start last now. He's going to drop to the back of the grid.
Lancer Series. Good luck,
So yeah, I'm going to
everybody.
try to find his actual number and try to
Good luck,
retain
everyone.
that,
Have fun. Be clean. Be safe. Be smart.
even though it's not currently on his car.
Good luck, guys.
And the countdown timer has started for the formation lap. So we will get underway very
Don't be like
soon.
people on the highway today, please.
$10 on everything on the first car.
Hey, make sure you guys do not forget we are doing a pace lap. There is a pace lap.
And head damage, please. Don't
By the
crack
way,
it.
there's a pace
Still trying to find his
He's
registration
up there.
form as they're going to undergo the formation lap as the screen turns dark.
50 miles an hour, which is 80 kilometers per hour for our friends that run kilometers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ace, I didn't
Lancer
listen.
Cup
Is there a
here.
pace lap?
No, you can go ahead and take off and start. You're good.
I don't see him on here. I'm just going to say he's number 69 for tonight. So here we go. We're going to roll off on the formation lap. Everybody is to hold their position.
I'm leaving plenty of room, guys. Just in case there's a lag spike or something.
Hopefully they all remember to give room. A little bit of tire warming going on in the back. One of the perks of being in the back is that you can have as much room as you'd like to do the things you need to do to prepare yourself for the race. So we're going to jump up to the pole sitter here and go to the TV camera. See them making their way down the hill towards Eau Rouge. Be careful warming up your tires, gentlemen. Or ladies, if we possibly have any ladies listening to that. Because I do not know everybody on the grid. So it's only fair.
This would have been a good idea. I probably should have done that. I've only put on 2 laps today. Really? Yeah. I've been doing a lot of laps throughout the week.
So they're going to crest Eau Rouge.
So like I didn't even know this was happening.
Go through ready on.
Thanks, Bambi. First off for streaming, and second off, thanks for letting me know this was happening now, so I could sign up.
It's a good thing I decided to check GTP at work today. Because I did not remember this was today. I thought it was like...
Everybody's a little bit too close together for my liking. Honestly, if I was in the middle of that, I'd be pretty anxious. I'd be doing what Ace Boy's doing right there. He's staying to the far right, trying to put as much room between him and the people weaving their tires as possible.
Just letting you guys know, be careful with the draft because we were doing some practice, drafting and practice, and it's pretty darn so I
What
would
happened to
not
Cab? Whoa! Cab's car's doing crazy stuff.
Uh-oh.
Looks like Cab might have had a issue there. Yeah, he's damaged with some lag.
While sideways.
Let's run up the field and see if anybody else possibly has any damage. And he's disconnected on the formation lap. His engine's expired.
It was like the deal with Angry at Daytona.
Okay,
2.4.
okay, if you guys can hear me, very important though. Did anybody get hit and get mechanical damage from it?
Well, here's the deal, actually. Because it happened in the pace lap, we generally allow guys to get another shot because it was during the pace lap. So if he's able to get back in here and have no issues, then it's fine. Because I think it actually happened in Super GT also. That's the same thing.
The thing is, though, he disconnected twice on the grid. So
I know, man.
Procedure's procedure, but he's just got to DC again.
That's probably true, but you know.
What is it if he makes it back before we take it?
Generally, yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, so apparently the way it sounds is this is coming from the ARS officials. If Cab can rejoin the room and stabilize his connection, they will let him back in the race once if he gets back before they start the race. That's what it sounds like to me. So we'll see if he's able to manage that, but I'm not sure if you heard NASCAR fan talking there. He did disconnect twice on the grid, so his car is clearly having some mechanical issues this evening. So the trackside workers are in the process of recovering his vehicle and seeing if they can make it back in time.
Black, blue, green,
And we
purple.
got them classic Black Rose racing modes.
As we watch the bag of Skittles rolling down the straightaway in Sector
If this
3
wasn't a
approaching
heavy medical
Blossom.
damage, I would just dump you for that pink wheel. Now I'm drunk. I wanted that thing. Maybe if it was for the win, I would have. I would have followed Mayfield on Earnhardt on the last lap.
Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Here we go, everybody.
Alright, so we're going to jump up to the front row here with Fisher in the red 39 and DeCamber in the yellow number 3.
Here we go.
Our odds on the right
Racing Line starting third with NASCAR fan in fourth, Ace Boy 127, Michelin, E-Rail fan, Dylan, No Luck Today, Angry Eater, CBC, and Trix all ready to take the green flag here at Spa. We're coming around the bus stop chicane. Some people call it that, some people call it the final chicane. We're on the front straightaway now. We're waiting for Fisher to hit it. And he's on the gas. We are green. Green flag at Spa. It's going to go down into turn 1. Michelin's getting shuffled back. Can NASCAR fan make that pass stick on Racing Line? Looks like everybody made it through turn 1 cleanly. So they're going to go Be Rouge for the first time. DeCamber's going to slot back in behind Fisher.
Yes.
This is really a one-line corner with these cars. It's a lot of understeer without the tuning. So these drivers are going to be fighting it all race long. NASCAR fan bump drafting Mr. Racing Line down the straightaway in true NASCAR fashion. Ace Boy in 5th, Michelin still in 6th. Looks like Trix has gained 2 spots since the start of the race. He did start in the back. Looks like Angry Eater's slow going down the hill. Can you be patient with him? Oh, he's going to spin out. So he's going to get shuffled to the back there as everybody behind him advances a position.
Sorry, CBC.
I wonder if Trix got a piece of that. I wonder if he has any damage there. Because he's given up the spot to No Luck Today. Or maybe he was already in front. So we're going to go jump back up to the front here. Mr. Racing Line is still in front of NASCAR fan. Everybody up front is still really close together. We're going to be approaching the second big drafting zone, the run up to Blanchimont Corner. We're going to see if anybody wants to try to make a pass here. We're going to go on board with the 80 so we can see the top 4 right here. It doesn't look like, oh, he's going to go for it. Is he going for it? Oh, DeCamber had to take to the grass there. He thought about it going into Blanchimont, but that's really not the great place to pass at all. That would have been really aggressive and really bold if he managed to pull that off. So that's the first lap completed at racing speed. As DeCamber is just hassling Fisher. Looks like CBC's in the pit lane. Looks like he might have a little bit of damage after Angry went off. Coming up Eau Rouge. It's pretty much flat in these cars, but they have to put a lot of wheel into it. I know some of the controller guys can't do this flat out. I know I tried it earlier with my Lancer. And that was something that was really hard to do. I could do it flat, but I'd violate the track limits, which is not something you want to be doing. DeCamber's going to try to pass on the outside. He pinches Fisher down to the bottom. He's in the grass. They hit. Lots of contact between the top 2. Really aggressive stuff there. Fisher has his lights on. He's not real happy about that move. Really aggressive pass. Looks like he was wiggling around there. May he have some damage? He's still flashing his lights at him. I'm pretty sure he's not really happy about that. I know I wouldn't be. NASCAR fan is in 3rd spot. He did get around Racing Line as they're all going to dive down in the Pujon corner. This is one of my favorite corners on the track when I get it right, but it's one of my most hated corners when I can't seem to get it right. Yeah, looks like Fisher's dropping back from the camber. He might have a little bit of mechanical damage. I'm not seeing anything on my end, but that is typical with Gran Turismo 6. Sometimes and Fisher's in the pit lane. He's come back into the pits, so he must have some damage after that contact with the camber. I wonder if that will be reported to the stewards after the race, because that was pretty cheeky there, if I am honest. So we're going to jump back up to the lead. That puts NASCAR fan in the second place. I'm sure he was not quite expecting that. As the camber now leads, looks like his car is a little off center. Looks like he might have some damage after the leaders made contact on the last lap. The camber 95 and the number 3 with Fisher. Going through these corners right here, Lacombe. Bouncing and banging off of each other and might have damaged each other's cars mechanically. And that's going to play right into the hands of Mr. Racing Line, the NASCAR fan, if they can keep it clean. But it looks like they're having a fair old scrap themselves. And if you're watching the playback, sorry about that little bit that cut out there. My internet isn't the greatest. Sometimes we get bandwidth issues. And if you're watching this live, that's going to come up in the form of the stream freezing. But after this processes and everything, the whole time that way was freezing, it's just going to get cut out. So the stream is going to jump, and I apologize about that. There's simply nothing I can do. It's just going to happen sometimes, but it looks like we are back in business now, as NASCAR fan is all over the rear bumper of Mr. Racing Line. Again, this is a 1 hour race. We still have over 3/4 of this race remaining, and these guys are just going at it. So we're going to jump back further through the field. Looks like we have a good battle here between Dylan Likes 88, E-Route Fan 97, and Trick 69 is making his way up through the field. A nice pass on the outside by Trick 69. Still on the outside going through the second corner here. Is he going to make it stick? He's still there. They gave racing room. Awesome stuff, guys. That is excellent. And looks like Trix is going to manage to pull it off. Yeah, he slots in front of E-Route Fan. So Trix now up to 7th place after starting at the back of the grid. As E-Route Fan runs a little wide there on the exit of Blanchimont. Good stuff. Looks like the 97 car is having a bit of a struggle with grip there. And jump back up. Looks like DeCamber has regained his momentum. He's managing to pull away from 2nd and 3rd now. He was still locked nose to tail. Pretty good battle between the Dane and the American. Going down the Kimmel Straight here towards Lacombe. You can see DeCamber up there in the distance. As Fisher has dropped all the way down to 10th position. So I think for him, he has no choice but to stay out for the rest of the race if he wants to make up any spots or have any hope to. I think he can catch some of the back runners, but it's going to take a while. But realistically, for a win, unless there's a safety car intervention or some massive muck-up that goes on, it looks like for the meantime he might just be out of it, but he's going to try his best. I know him and I are good friends. He's going to do everything he can to muster up a good finish. So if I was him at this time, I'd be thinking to myself, okay, what's the new goal? What can I realistically do, and what can I do to achieve that? Because it's always really frustrating to get bumped out of the lead like that and get damaged and have to pit. It's not something anybody wants to go through. But it is really important to put your head down and get back into the game. Because getting too frustrated and getting that red mist, that's just it affects you too much. You know, you have to kind of snap out of that. but I think he's capable of it. Mr. Racing Line is pulling away from NASCAR Fan here a little bit, but I think NAS is going to catch him right back up in the draft here, going down the straightaway into Blanchimont. NASCAR Fan braking late. He closes in on him. Gonna go on board. Mr. Racing Line is right there. And now we're 25% of the way through. Nass is going to have a run. Did he juke to the right spot? Looks like he's going to bump draft number 71 here. Should let off before you go up Eau Rouge, and that's something he does do. He's going to give him a push on the exit here, try to push him down the straightaway in hopes of catching the leader. Ace Boy 97, he's kind of out on his own right now. It's a good spot for him to be. Just put his head down and punch those good laps out. Going back, we have Michelin. Looks like Trix is in close company. This looks like a battle coming up here. Because I know Trix, starting as far back on the grid as he did, he does have pace. He's made his way up through over half the field. Looks like he's going to duck to the right side of Michelin. He's going to think better of it, or is he not? He's going to stick it down in there. Still a clean pass. A little bit of hesitation there, it looked like, but it looks like he's going to pull it off. Yes, he does. Trick 69 from last place on the grid up to 5th. Awesome comeback drive from him. As we go back a little further, we still have Dylan and Erau Fan here. They're still pretty close together. Looks like a NASCAR Fan and Mr. Racing Line just judging by how their arrows are behaving on the track map. It looks like they're working together, just trying to stay in the draft, share the slipstream, and try to catch up to Camber 95 in the lead. Dylan likes 88, getting on the grass a little bit before he enters Blanchimont. That's going to mess him up. Runs wide on the exit. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a thumbs up. Let me know how it's going on your end so far. If the audio is still good. I'm not getting any red flags on my end right now. So hopefully all is well. Zero Fan's going to go around the outside of Dylan in La Source. Dylan doesn't leave him too much room on the outside there. He's going to take evasive action off the runoff. He's going to slot back in behind him. Dylan running the defensive line of the Eau Rouge. Coming down the Kimmel Straight here towards Lacombe. This is probably one of the best places to pass on this track. Get a good toe, get to the inside, and really use those brakes, braking for Lacombe. Other than that, I think good passing places for me if I was racing right now would be into the bus stop chicane and to the La Source. Those 3 spots on the track, those are my prime passing opportunities. So Dylan is still in front of Erau Fan. Or Eru Fan. I'm really having a hard time deciding how I want to pronounce that. Again, if you're watching this after the race, I am so sorry. As it goes out a little wide on the exit of Puhan. And the Piff Path, I think this portion of the track is called. If these little S's here after Puhan, can someone confirm for me that that's called Piff Paff in the YouTube chat, please? Because I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and I'm pretty sure this is Stavilo right here. I try my best to remember these names, but I'm an uncultured American swine. I watch NASCAR on Sundays. You know how that goes. Making our way down to Blanchimont here. Outside of Eau Rouge, that's probably the fastest corner on track as Dylan gets really squirrely clipping the grass. Amazing save. That was some top-notch driving right there to keep that car under him. Now, that should have been a big accident. So we're going to jump back up to NASCAR fan and Mr. Racing Line here, see how they're doing. Looks like still following. NASCAR fan is still on his tail. He's not letting him go. Let's see if he bump drafts him or if he's going to try to pass him. Yeah, looks like he's still bump drafting right now. So he's taking his time. He's not going to get too desperate too early in the race. We still have over halfway to go. We're only on lap 7 of the actual race. Remember, we did have a pace lap before we got going here. Going through Lacombe now. Jump back down. These two are still close as Ace Boy is coughing. That's him. He did that in the Indy 500 too. He's okay. He'll be okay. If you can hear that on the YouTube end of things. 8 viewers currently watching according to my reading of the Elgato software. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the race. Right now we're following Dylan Likes 88 in 7th and Nero Fan 97 in 8th place. Duke and Gigout coming back in the Piff Paff. I'm pretty sure this is what this sequence of corners is called. Because this is Piff and that's Paff, right? Right? I'm probably getting dislikes for that right now. But, yeah, looks like Dylan's managing to just hold the gap on him. Looks like Mirov Fan is able to catch up using the slipstream on these straightaways, but not able to stick it past yet. He did try around the outside of the source, which is pretty bold. He almost pulled it off too. As Dylan runs wide again on the exit of Blanchimont. So I'm going to look at some best times right now. DeCamber's best time at 26.761, followed by Mr. Racing Line with a 26.9, NASCAR Fan with a 27 flat, Ace Boy with a 28.4, Trix with a 27.9. You can tell that he's going quick. He is catching Ace Boy. Looks like Erov Fan's going to finally make the pass on Dylan here. Looks like we missed that. We'll see if Dylan's going to be able to get him back coming back up the Kimmel Straight here. Looks like they're managing the reel-in Michelin too. So Dylan has the slipstream, is going to look to the right side. Not enough there. He's going to get racing room though. Looks like he's back on the inside now. Can he make it? Can he clear it? He gives Eron Fan enough room on the outside there. Side by side coming into this 90-degree right-hander. The road kind of falls away from me here a little bit downhill. And it looks like Dylan's going to make it stick. So he gets back through on the 97 car. Now they're going to come down to Puhan here. These guys are interlocked right now. We got 2 cars really close together on the track right now. It is Mr. Racing Line and NASCAR Fan 1400, Dylan Likes 88 and Erov Fan 97. Those 4 drivers are currently in the heat of battle right now, close quarters racing in their own respective fights. So we're going to look at Fisher's best lap here, 26.8. So yeah, he's on fire. He's catching up to Irafan and Dylan here. Because remember, he had to make a pit stop after contact between him and DeCamber in the opening stages of the race, resulting in damage for the number 39 car. And an aggressive move coming into Lacombe. So he's going to head down towards Blanchimont now. These guys are still really close together. Did they both run wide there? It looks like the 97 car at least ran wide. They're still catching up Michelin to an extent here. I don't know exactly how far that time's coming down. I do not want to risk looking into timing and scoring, though, because sometimes that can freeze my system. And when that happens, bad things happen. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to do the best I can with the information I have here, guys. I do apologize.
Yeah, I just got the last chicane because I made a mistake, but I let off and tried to not gain an advantage to the car behind of me.
That's Michelin talking there. Flying up Eau Rouge. I'll tell you what though, that 39 car is mad. Just the way he's driving, the lap times he's doing, he's not giving up yet. He wants to claw back as many spots as he can. There he is in the back of the picture. You're a fan, thinks about it. Looks like Dylan closed the door on him there. To be fair to Dylan, there wasn't very much overlap, if any, at that stage. DeCamber still managing to hold that gap. Maybe looks like DeCamber might be extending it a little bit between second and third place there. But who knows what can go down post-race with that opening, with that lap 2 incident. Oh, looks like Fisher might have made a mistake. He looks like he got a little squirrely on the grass there. His arrow was wiggling around on the track map. I'm not sure if you guys saw that or not. But you can tell he's trying. 26.740. That might be the fastest lap of the race. Let me check. Yeah, because that's a faster lap than DeCamber. And he did start on pole, to be fair, so it's going to be interesting to see how far up the grid he can go. He is a really good driver. He won the Snail GT1 championship last season. And I'm sure he has quite a few other championships to his credit. Very acclaimed GT Planet sim racer here. But he's still slowly catching Irufan and Dylan. Might have lost a little bit of ground with that mistake there, but he should be on them here in the next lap or two. Looks like NASCAR Fan and Mr. Racing Line are really tight again. Yep, still right where they were. Nas dabbing the brakes a little bit just before you go up Eau Rouge because he wants to keep off of him mid-corner. Don't want to accidentally spin out Mr. Racing Line. Yeah, looks like NASA's still pushing. He's not trying to attempt to pass just yet. So we're going to go on board here with the 39 car, and you see the train of 3 cars up in front of him. And Dylan and Eru have catched up to Michelin. Caught up, my bad. I'm tired. So we're going to head down to the Lacombe here. He's going to ride on board and just see just how much time he gains per corner. Really attacking Lacombe here. Oh yeah, he made up a lot of time there. See if he can get a good exit and keep all that time he gained on the brakes. Looks like he will. So now we have this gaggle of 4 cars. And the safety car rules for this series, in the American Racing Series, the people who are sanctioning this event, as he passes Eurofan going into Pouhon. An aggressive move. Looks like Eurofan's going to try to hold it on the outside here. So we're going to go into Piff Path. Looks like Fisher's going to manage to clear him, it looks like. But yeah, the safety car rules in the American Racing Series, the people who are sanctioning this for road course races like what we're experiencing right now, it has to be something. As Dylan goes off, he's gonna not manage. He is gonna lose that place. He might lose it to Aerofan. He does. It looks like he lost a lot of ground there. But yeah, the rule is for road courses, you have to, like, if there's going to be an accident to prompt a safety car, there needs to be 4 cars involved. So it has to be quite a significant accident. Or something else, the weather. Like if something happens with the weather to where people are getting caught out on slick tires and the probability of a crash is through the roof, they might deploy the safety car. As NASCAR, as Fisher makes the move on Michelin here. I cannot talk. But yeah, something like that where it just starts pouring rain and people are out there on slicks and about to die, or something with the lobby with a mass disco or something like that. We hope none of these things happen. But there is a possibility of a safety car intervention if there is a massive accident. Fisher is now up to 6th place. Just a lap or two ago, he was in 9th. Everybody's still there. It's going to be hard for Dylan to catch Eurofan, I think, because he's out of the slipstream too. He's out of the big portion of the slipstream. Looks like the Camber 95. Looks like he's already cleared. No, he hasn't cleared lap traffic yet. I'm seeing things now. Everybody's still watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Big gaggle of cars still down here with Fisher at the helm. And we are past the halfway mark. So if anybody was planning on making a pit stop at halfway, now would be the time. Looks like everybody's going to be pretty good on fuel for the end of the race, though, because we're past halfway and they still have over a half tank left. So if anybody's going to pit, it will be to get those fresh tires and try to make that delta back up on raw pace. Because the tire wear is exponential in Gran Turismo 6, and not only that, just the way these cars are. These are four-wheel drive cars, so the understeer is already pretty bad stock. This is coming from me, and I race on the controller, though, so everything understeers for me. But yeah, it's pretty bad when it's stock. You can see the front tires are wearing quite a bit. So it's going to be... The understeer is just going to get worse and worse and worse, and the lap times are going to tank. Looks like Mr. Racing Line might have distanced himself a little bit from NASCAR fan, looking at the arrows. Oh, this is a good battle. Trick 69 and Aceboy 27. So can Trix get up to 4th place? He has the slipstream. He's going to look to the right side of Aceboy coming into Lacombe. He's going to think better of it, though, I think. No, Aceboy's going to leave the door open. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Yeah, that was some contact. And I can see the damage indicator flashing on Trix's car, so it looks like he does have some form of mechanical damage now on the left rear tire. See if that affects the car any, because that wasn't just a light graze, that was actual contact. Still attacking. Coming in the pith path once more. You can see the gaggle of 4 cars that we were covering earlier has kind of spread itself back out again as the faster drivers make their way through. That's what Trick is trying to do right now, get around the blue number 5. Looks like he's to the right side of him. Come on here. Is Ace Boy clear? He is. Trix is going to slot him behind him. Really dangerous corner to be side by side. I'll tell you what, if you want to stay on the track, you both are going to lose a lot of time. This Trix is going to make the move on the outside of Ace Boy coming into the final chicane there. Awesome move. Now he's going to have the inside for LaSource. Looks like that's going to stick. So Trix 69 up to 4th place now. Just under 25 minutes remaining. And DeCamber looks like he's getting closer to some lap traffic. You can see it up the road. That is Angry Eater. Yeah, thanks, Tyler. Thanks for the compliment, appreciate that. We try our best to make the racing as realistic as possible. Lots of tire smoke coming from the lapped car. Angry Eater going through Puhan. Angry Eater's going to duck well out of the way and let that battle through, as Eurofan is now on the back of Michelin. So you can try to get this past the stick, and Dylan is catching back up. So things have kind of stalled out here. We're going to have a 3-car battle for 7th place. So we're going to see if this is going to happen nice or if it's going to happen naughty. But knowing how Eurofan has been racing throughout the duration, my bets are on nice. Most of these guys here, I mean everybody here, I've seen everybody here on the forums, you know, everybody here races clean. I don't think any one of these drivers has entered the race tonight with the mindset if I'm going to crash to win. That's one of the premises behind sim racing, is that you want to actually race. We have things like Grand Theft Auto for the crashing bit. I know, because NASA and I were playing last night. It was a lot of fun. Angry Eater's going to come into the pit lane. Is Fisher caught up to Ace Boy? He has. So Fisher's going to challenge for the 5th spot. Remember, after his accident in his pit stop, he was down in 10th position. And I think the pit delta for this track is pretty close to right about like 35 to 40 seconds. So he's not going to make all that time back up, but you can tell he's making time up pretty good. He does have the best lap of the race from the looks of things, just from what I can see. I'll probably have to confirm that after the race. But the 26.7 is flying as he makes the move on Ace Boy through Lacombe. And we have this battle right here. Looks like a little bit of contact between Michelin and Nerufan. Dylan's right back in it now. Michelin's going to go for a slide job. Eurofan's going to do a crossover. Who's going to win out on that one? Eurofan looks like he's going to get the spot. Michelin tried to stick the nose in there. Thought about it. He's going to go around try to dive down the inside, going into Puhan now. Eurofan gives him room. He's not quite there. He's going to run wide, though. Side by side through Puhan. And Dylan's right there. He's looking. He might try to pick up some scraps here as he's going to look to the inside of Michelin now. Little bit of contact here, a little bit of rubbing going on too. Oh, as Dylan tries to stick it up the inside, looks like that was actual contact there. That was a pretty hefty bump. Although I didn't have the best angle. So they're going to make their way down to Blanchimont right now. Pretty good passing zone. Try to set up for a pass coming into the final chicane here. See if he can get him back. You can hear these guys banging it off the rev limiter, braking as hard as they can. Michelin running a little wide on the exit. I think Dylan missed the chicane. I didn't see him go through the chicane. I think that's why he's let off a little bit. I think he's used to run off and rejoin the track at the end. And he has conceded that position to Michelin. So all that hard work he did to get around him has to do over again. Outside, trying to get a run through Lacombe here. It's one of the hardest things about passing and motorsports in general is sitting behind a car in the dirty air and trying to set things up to get a good run. Because all that air coming off the spoiler of the guy in front of you is messing with the front end of your aerodynamics at least, if not the rear too. Your car doesn't behave the same in traffic than it does when you're all out on your own. Looks like that's no luck today, putting a lap on Anger Eater. Oh, something happened to Trix. Did Trix make a pit stop, I wonder? Looks like he did, because he has fresh tires on now. So it looks like Trix came into the pits for fresh tires. I missed that. Or I didn't see that. I was paying attention to something else. So we'll see how much time he can gain with his increased pace, because he now has fresh tires and under a half tank of gas. He should be flying. See if he can make up the time he had. He was in fourth position, so we'll see if he can make it back up to fourth. In fourth place right now is currently Fisher, so Trix crosses the control line. Fisher is just through Radillon onto the Kimmel Straight. So he does have a fair bit of time to catch up if he wants to get to where he was. Fisher still trying to crank the laps out. We're approaching the last quarter of the race. As Dylan and Michelin are still going at it. The battle in the mid-pack has been pretty interesting all race long. Fan is not too far ahead of them either. You know, it just takes one little mistake and all three of these guys are going hammer and tongs again. Angry Eater back in the pit lane. Not having a very good go of it tonight. Doesn't look like Dylan is making up too much time on Michelin at the moment. Try to see if he can get a little bit of slipstream here. Does he still have the slipstream? He might have a little bit. Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot though. I'm pretty sure of that. Keeping it flat through Blanchimont, running a little bit wide. Oh, Michelin's going to make a mistake going into the chicane. Slides it out on entry. A little too late on the brakes, it would appear. And now Dylan's on him. So Dylan's going to try to outbrake him. Going into a source here. Michelin's going to go for the over-under. Still side by side. They're going to be side by side coming through Eau Rouge here. This might get real interesting really quick. Who's going to lift off? Dylan's going to lift off there and prevent the accident. So that's some classy driving from number 72. Yes, I did get a number right. Okay. Going to jump back up here. This looks like Mr. Racing Line is pulled away from NASCAR Fan 1400, and he is closing in on the camber. So the battle for the lead might get spicy here in a couple of laps. And it would appear that Angry Eater is either has an issue with the car that he has to sort in the garage, or maybe he's retired from the race. Either way, he's been in the pits for a while now. Braking into the final chicane there. The Camber 95, number 3, he's led pretty much the whole race. He fought Fisher for the lead at the beginning of the race. A little bit of contact happened. Relegated Fisher to where he is now. He was back in 10th because he had to make a pit stop for damage. And ever since then, the Camber 95 has hailed a solid lead. And that was on lap 2 that incident occurred. You can tell he's pushing a little bit. He's being a little cheeky with the track limits. But I think everybody is at this stage. These cars just become such a handful as the front tires fall off. Understeer's already pretty bad. It just gets worse. It's probably why Trix came into the pit lane. Let's see how he is progressing. He is almost to Dylan and Michelin. Oh, he's had an accident. He's coming into the pit lane. So whatever strategy he was trying there is ruined now. I missed that accident. I wonder what happened. I'm probably going to have to go back and look at that in the replay. I mean, you can't see that on the stream. Oh, he's going at 37 now. Looks like he's in the pause menu. Oh, apparently something happened with latency. Gave him damage. Either way, the car's been repaired. He's back out now in fresh boots. We'll try to get the fastest lap. So we're going to jump back to Dylan and Michelin here. Still right on each other. We're going on board here with the 72. A bit later on the brakes, going to get right on him. Can he get down there? Looks like he does have overlap now. Ooh, Michelin just barely squeezes in front of him. He's going to take the defensive line into Puhan. Ooh, Dylan's going to try the over-under. He's on the racing line now. He's on the optimal line. But he's going to be on the outside for pit path. But is he going to get cleared? Yes, he is cleared. So that doesn't matter. So Dylan is now ahead of Michelin. Oh, Michelin's going to stick it in there really aggressive. The Brazilian driver in car number 30 here. He is actually Brazilian. I'm not trying to stereotype anyone. I'm just saying that because he has the American flag, but he actually resides in Brazil. He's going to look to the left side of Dylan now, approaching Blanchimont. This is going to get spicy. Dylan's going to let off again. Can he try to do an over-under? That was really close. Dylan's going to get him back. Michelin's going to try to outbrake him on the inside here. Is he going to make the corner? Looks like it. So I think Dylan's going to have a better run coming off the corner. Oh, he gets on the AstroTurf. Michelin does. I know I'm not using the most realistic cameras right now. I'm just trying to get the best view of this battle as possible.
Can be a dogfight here in the back.
Approaching New Rouge now. These guys are not holding back. We are under 10 minutes remaining in the 1 hour of Spa for the support race for the 2.4 hours coming up tomorrow.
Dylan is running off already.
So quite an entertaining support race we've had here. This goes to show what will happen tomorrow when we break out the GT3 machinery.
God, 8 minutes, come on.
So I'm going to check back in on the lead here. So that gap is still, it's almost what it was last time we checked, just eyeballing it here. So maybe DeCamber just made a mistake and lost a bit of time. But you can kind of see him. He's turning into the bus stop right now. You can see that yellow car up there. Or is Mr. Racing Line catching him? I want to keep a close eye on this, especially as we get down here in the closing stages of this race. As it looks like DeCamber's approaching some lap traffic of CBC. That's the camera I want. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Do appreciate it. If you like the stream, be sure to leave a like and let me know. Camber with the lights on. You can see flipping the lights on there, alerting the lap traffic that he is behind them. And it looks like they're running about 2.5 to 3 seconds a lap slower than the optimal pace. Just given how bad the front tires are worn, the cornering speeds are far reduced from what they would be on a set of fresh boots. So will lap traffic play a role in helping Mr. Racing Line catch the leader? Lights are still on from the camber, saying, hey, you know I'm behind you. Just wanted to make you aware of that. It looks like CBC hit the brakes coming in the Blanchimont. I'm not sure if the camber was expecting that. As he's going to clear the lap traffic. check in on the battle between Dylan and Michelin. Looks like Michelin has put out a little bit of a gap.
Laps.
But anything can happen. I'm going to check in and see what the difference is between Fisher and NASCAR fan. Do I think Fisher can catch him? Maybe. I don't know exactly what the lap time difference is right now.
Oh my god.
Just going to jump back here. Well, it looks like Michelin's missed the chicane. He's going to give Dylan the run.
I'm running at like 20 frames per second.
Racing, really intense racing this whole hour. We still have 4 minutes left. So I think this is going to be a 24-lap race, just looking at things. Michelin has the slipstream. He's going to try to outbrake him on the inside going into Lacombe. And he's ahead of the 72 once again. Gonna check in on Trix here. He's gotten well ahead of No Luck today. They did have a little scrap there for a second. I think Trix might have made a mistake. So it doesn't look like Fisher is gaining a little bit on NASCAR fan. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Because once he hits the timing line, he's going to have 2 laps to catch him and pass him. And as they say in racing, catching is one thing, but passing is another, as you can tell with how these guys have been racing this whole time, side by side through Pujon. Oh, a little more contact.
Charger.
It will be 24 laps.
There's nothing.
Yeah, it would appear that Angry Eater has retired the car.
It might be 24 to some.
Unless you've gone a lap down.
Little bump coming through Blanchimont there. Pushed Michelin wide on the exit. Dylan's going to try to get the run coming onto the front straightaway here. Whose tires are in better shape?
Good.
Well, it looks like Michelin's tires are in a bit better shape.
Yeah, I just had to park it and watch the stream.
So when DeCamber hits the start line here, it will be 1 lap remaining. And it looks like that gap has stabilized itself. I do not think Mr. Racing Line's going to catch him at this point without a crash or a massive mistake from DeCamber.
I hope he...
So these two are still going at it. I want to keep an eye on the gap between Fisher and Nass as well, because I know that's coming down. Michelin's still ahead. You can tell how bad these guys are struggling. Just look at them. Tell you what, I'm kind of happy I'm not out there trying to drive these things right now. So DeCamber's going to come through the final corner here and take the white flag. 1 lap remaining in the 1 hour of Spa. He's not going to make it back again before the timer runs out. So what's the gap between Nass and Fish? I'd say it's between 4 and 5 seconds, something like that. I kind of have to guesstimate. Yeah, I think it might just be a little bit over 4 seconds. As the timer runs out, you see it flashing there on the left side of the screen. This is the final lap. So these drivers are going to come around here and take the white flag, because these guys are still going at it. It's going to be hard to keep my eye on this battle and try to catch the leaders finishing their race. Oh, little contact there. That was a hefty hit. Side by side to take the final lap.
Why?
Dylan's gonna dive bomb it up the inside. That was tight. Michelin's gonna over-under. Coming up Rouge for the last time. Alright, I'll wait for these two to get through the combs, and I have to jump back to the leader, see where he's at. Well, I can kind of see where he's at right now. The leader's just now entering the final sector. Who's going to break later? Dylan is. Is it going to be enough? Dylan just barely makes the corner. More contact. Oh, Dylan's in the gravel. Manages to stay in front. Oh, a little bit of a block there. Gloves are off now. Michelin's all over his back bumper. As we're going to jump to the Camber 95 here, he's going to come through the final chicane. Let's hope the screen loads before he takes the flag. There it is. The Camber 95 provisionally wins the 1 hour of Spa. Congratulations to the number 3 car. Mr. Racing Line's going to come home in second. Looks like NASCAR Fan is just going to manage to stay in front of Fisher. Coming through the last sequence of corners here. He's going to hold on for a podium. And Fisher's going to take 4th spot as we jump back to the battle for 7th. Looks like Ace Boy's going to finish 5th and E-Rail Fan in 6th. They're not close together on track. So it's coming down to the winding stages. Dylan is currently ahead. Michelin's going to look to the right side. Dylan has to be defensive coming through Blanchimont right here. None of these guys are going to let up now. Michelin's going to try to do an over-under as Dylan runs a little wide. Can Michelin get a run? No, he's not quite there. Looks like Dylan's going to hang on for it. Dylan's going to hang on to 7th place there. And GTP Michelin 99, 60, and 8th.
Wow, that looked like a fun battle right there. Holy crap.
Here comes Tricks.
Oh,
After 2 pit stops, still a 9th place finish. He almost caught back up to Dylan and Michelin.
Me out this much again, please.
No luck today. Is going to take home the top 10 finishing position.
Oh, man.
And CBC has already finished in 11th. Angry Eater is in the pit lane, so that's how they're going to end today. Your podium is the Camber 95, Mr. Racing Line, and NASCAR Fan 1400. Congratulations to those 3. Congratulations to everyone. This was a really hard-fought race.
Did you?
Nope, I had left rear damage. So one of the times I went to the chicane, I missed my braking part, and I slammed all the brakes, and I came almost to a dead stop, and Trix ran to back of me. And I got damaged, and he got damaged.
As the drivers are now starting to talk about the race. So we'll wait for this timer to run down. We'll look at the final results. It will be interesting, given that there was a fair bit of contact throughout the race, if there will be any incident reports filed to the stewards, especially on the second lap of the race between DeCamber and Fisher there, because really that kind of ended Fisher's night. He comes home fourth, an awesome comeback drive. It's probably drive of the day. Fisher's my driver of the day, but not quite able to get the podium back. But there you have it. The number 3 car is going to take home first position after starting second on the grid. Timer has expired. We will be returning to the menu here.
Good job, CB only.
So I'm going to save this replay for my own reasons, and then we will look at the final results once everybody gets loaded up into the lobby here.
That was the most fun, the best battle, the one that wore me out the most I have ever had in Grand Prix.
Alright guys, here is the race results from the 1 hour of Spa in support of the ARS 2.4 hours. First round of the Lancer Cup. DeCamber 95 is going to take home the provisional victory by 7 seconds over Mr. Racing Line. NASCAR Fan 1400 third place, 19 seconds back. GTP Fisher 4th place, 21. Ace Boy in 5th, rounding out the top 5. Euro Fan in 6th. Dylan Likes 88. Michelin 99, 60. Trick 69. No Luck Today. CBC and Angry Eater rounding out the end of the field. So it was a hard-fought race all around. Really interesting. Kept me intrigued the whole time with how everything was playing out. Kind of gutted for Tricks there, because he might have had the strategy there to get back up. Just looking at how bad the tire fall-off was, but he had that latency deal and had to pit for damage. So that's unfortunate, but a good drive nonetheless. He has pace. Needs to be commended for that. So good job Tricks, good job Fisher for that comeback drive, good job NASCAR Fan 1400 being on the podium, DeCamber 95 taking that win, and it was just an excellent race all around. I was really happy to broadcast it for you guys. If you did like the stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want more content like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel, because this is, I don't broadcast races like this too often, but if you look at my channel, you see the kind of content I do, and if that's something you're into, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. Happy to have you. I hope you have a good night, a good weekend, wherever you are, and take care. Bye.